Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 5 of Chopping It Up here on the Big Fight Fuel channel. And tonight, I'm tossing it over to our host for episode 5, back here on Chopping It Up, Escobar Morales. Welcome back. We missed you last week. We got King of the Ring this weekend, and we're glad to have you here. Escobar Morales, our host for Chopping It Up, episode 5.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Repping the 1996 false winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Should have gone to Triple H. But no, they wanted to scam my boy and record him at Madison Square Garden. But you know what? I digress. It's okay. I'm excited to discuss King of the Ring. King of the Ring, in my opinion, is such a great tournament. And Cam and I have definitely discussed like many ways on how we could rebuild and reinvent the King of the Ring. This is just going to be great. But before we get into that, we have a lot of headlines to get into. We have a lot of very interesting news sources that's going to discuss this. And on top of that, too, we got a return that just popped up. We're going to be doing some King of the Ring trivia. So I'm excited. Cam, how are you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Let's get this episode started.
Oh, yes, we are going to get started. So for our first section for today, we're going to be going on to Julia or Gilia. If I pronounce that wrong, don't cancel me. One of the greatest acts of Joshi style Peruso wrestling was supposed to and scheduled to make her debut for NXT Heatwave to get a chance to win either the NXT Women's Championship or the NXT North American Women's Championship. Unfortunately, she injured herself by delivering a wrist forearm. I know the dog is upset. The dog is upset. I'm upset too about this because, I really wanted her to freaking make her appearance, but unfortunately she suffered an injury in injuring and fracturing her wrist while giving a bad forearm. And it wasn't like bad, it wasn't like a shoot, but if you were to look at it with how like it was strong, it was literally to the point where she had to like unwrap her bandage and be like, God, like that freaking hurts and stuff like that. So, like I said, that is very sad to see and everything. But believe it or not, it says right here, and once again, this website I'm taking this is based from secscoops.com. It says right here that the injury will force her to cancel her upcoming matches, including the upcoming Hana Kimura tribute show, but she's still scheduled to face Sari, aka like Saray, that was in NXA. And they will be facing each other on July 13th at the Marigold Summer Destiny event. Now, the thing is that around that time we are supposed to have NXT Heatwave, and that's when she was supposed to make her appearance. But we don't know if there's going to be a lot of things that are postponed now due to this injury. So, do you guys think that with this injury happening, is this going to be a way to affect the NXT women's division, or do you think that we're going to see more growth and finally a suitable possible replacement as regards for the NXT North American women's title? Joseph, I'm going to start with you.
Okay, I don't know because I was reading reports on this earlier today, and I actually, if you don't mind, I actually have something from Fightful that I want to read regarding this situation. It says, this is a tweet that I found on Twitter, but the source is from Fightful Select. Julia is expected to lead the next class of talent to report to the WWE Performance Center, which is also expected to include names from recent Australia tryouts. I believe that was from Elimination Chamber weekend when they went all the way down to Australia and they had their tryouts.
Right.
Regarding her presentation, it is being stressed that Julia was signed for who she is and that WWE will not look to fix something that isn't broken. So they still expect her. And then this is another report. Fightful Select has learned from WWE and NXT sources that despite Julia suffering a fractured wrist, WWE remains hopeful that she will be ready for their targeted debut date for her at NXT Heatwave July 7th against Roxanne Perez. So that's a big deal. If she is going to have her debut match for a championship already, because Roxanne Perez is the NXT, she is the NXT champion. So I don't know um, if she will be ready for that. It is just very unfortunate that just a simple elbow striking sequence was the reason why she broke her wrist. Something so simple like that, and boom, she could be on the shelf for months with a broken wrist. But
It's
there's
fractured, not broken. That is a major difference, though. You got to remember.
fractured.
It's fractured. It's not broken. Thank
Okay,
thank God for that.
that's a big difference. So the fact that they still have optimism for her to come in and wrestle and optimism for him to come in and wrestle Roxanne Perez July 7th, that's a big deal. And Julia, I mean, she was one of the best um over at Stardom, and going into NXT, she had a huge presentation at a nice presentation at Stand and Deliver. Now, I'm going to relate it to a situation in AEW. I hope this is not something like Mercedes Monet, because Mercedes Monet has came into AEW. She's been in AEW for 2 months now, and she's yet to have her match. And she's gonna have her first match she's gonna have her first AEW match, and it's for a championship. And the reason that she's wrestling for a championship is because she's the CEO. I hate that. I absolutely don't like how they booked Mercedes Monet. I just hope NXT and Shawn Michaels doesn't make the same mistake as bringing her in. She's injured, and her first match back from injury is gonna be for the North American title or at Roxanne Perez's NXT Women's Championship. You got to build to it, I think, but it's just it's poor timing because um, it's not like July 7th is a couple months away. July 7th is like 6 weeks away, so it's poor timing, and it's just unfortunate that it's a simple elbow exchange, forearms. That's how she fractured her wrist. It's just very unfortunate, the whole situation.
Agreed. Agreed. Cameron, what are your thoughts on this?
It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate that Julia is going to be out. And very unfortunate that Julia has a fractured wrist because I do think the plan for Julia at NXT Heatwave was her winning the NXT Women's Championship from Roxanne Perez. I do think that was the plan. I do think that was the plan that they were going to debut her on that show to beat Roxanne Perez to the Women's Championship. And I know Joseph is saying that this doesn't make sense. But I would argue you could make it make sense in the sense of Ava Rain gets so tired of Roxanne shit that she brings in a hitman. She basically brings in Julia to take care of Roxanne for her because on NXT, for those of you that don't know, Roxanne blames Ava Rain for everything. Roxanne is blaming Ava Rain for everything that goes wrong, and Ava is just sitting there like, well, what the fuck? What the fuck do you want me to do about this shit? So I do think that the ultimate end goal is Ava bringing in Julia to take the championship of Roxanne Perez. So I think it's gonna be Roxanne at Heat Wave if she's good to go. If not, I don't know who you put in that spot. I'm gonna be quite honest with you because the NXT Women's Division, they took a hit. The NXT Women's Division took a hit after the draft, and I don't know who is going to be possibly ready for that spot. Fallon Henley's a heel. They Fallon Henley's a heel now. Uh, I don't think they're going to put Thea Hale in that spot. So I don't think they're going to put Thea Hale in that spot. Lola Vice is a heel. Carmen Petrovich, I don't think is quite ready yet. Carmen Petrovich, I don't think is quite ready yet for that spot. I don't think I love Thea Hale. Thea Hale was great, but I don't think they're going to go back to Thea Hale so soon. I don't think Thea is going to be in that spot. JC Jane's a heel. Kalani Jordan's a heel. Kalani Jordan's not ready.
Everybody's a fucking heel.
Yeah, exactly. Kalani Jordan's not ready. Like a lot of the women that they do have ready, they're heels. A lot of the
I
women they
mean,
do
hey,
have,
the fans are behind Tatum Paxley, so that's
they
just
are. So you can always do Roxanne and Tatum, but you can always do Roxanne and Tatum, but I think it's but unless they bring down some NXT women like they're doing with Michin right now, like they're doing with Mia Yim right now.
It is so
But
stupid. I'm sorry. Sorry.
unless they do that, Roxanne and Julia is going to be the match because I don't know who else they have. Oh, and Cora Jade is not ready yet either. Plus, Cora Jade's a heel, so they don't
Another heel.
they don't have anybody, and I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Gigi Dolan. So they don't have anybody. So it's going to have to be Julia in that spot when the time comes.
Gigi Dolan is defending the WWE Women's Championship along with the Dark Horse in 2K24, Cameron. Haven't you played the My Rise mode? But no.
I'm in NXT. I don't know what the hell Shawn Michaels is doing with her down there. But
the closest thing, this is how I would do it. One of my favorite moments of NXT, and this is actually how I got into NXT, was when William Regal was doing a promo on Tyler Breeze, and he says, "You know what? You want the best? You're going to face Jushin Liger at NXT Takeover Brooklyn." So, had Julia Julia had not been injured, you could have done something like, "This is who you're going to be facing." Have the NXT GM be like, "Yeah, this is who you're going to face," and stuff like that. And then they just show package videos and stuff like that. Because I think you can't really go with the assumption of everybody has Google. You can just Google who Julia is and stuff like that. Because, there are fans that don't watch outside wrestling of WWE. Or there's fans that just watch what's in America. So I would just find a better way to promote it and stuff like that. That's just me. But I think they're kind of are promoting it, which can segue into the next thing. I know we were going to talk about the press conferences, but I want to move on to the next thing because we're talking about Joshi Style Wrestling and Julia.
Can I add something before? Can I add something really quickly before we move on? Cameron said the NXT women's division took a hit after the draft, which I agree. Like losing, obviously right now, Lyra, and I'm sure we'll talk about her later, but it looks like Lyra Valkyria is going to be a big star on the main roster, and she was their biggest name in the women's division. But they still have nice young up and coming women in their division. Like look at Sol Ruka right now. She was the first lady to qualify for the ladder match at Battleground for the NXT North America Championship. I think she's another one that the fans are really behind. She's not terrible in the ring, and she's looking like she's going to be the first North American champion, which I think is great. So I just want to add that I think that the fact that they have that women in NXT have a secondary championship to go after now, it's great for the women and it's great for the division. So I wanted to add that really quickly before we moved on.
I would like to see them add that on the main roster. I would like to see them add that to the main roster. You got a lot of talented women on the main roster that are not being used right now. Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, Katana Chance, Kiana James, Ivy Nile. You got a lot of talented women on the main roster that are not being used right now. A secondary championship would be very useful since they're not really good. So I don't know what it is. I don't know why the WWE main roster is not good at all with building. It's not good at all with writing stories for the women, like how NXT are. Like NXT, they get two women and like Shawn Michaels will like build a story around those two women. I don't understand why Triple H didn't go to Shawn Michaels like, "Hey, Shawn, can you help me come up with a secondary feud for Alba Fire and let's say Natalia or somebody they need more stars in that division, and NXT does that very well. I don't know why the main roster can't do it, but yeah.
I guess this is how I look at it: is you look at who's on the main roster right now for the women. Outside of Jade Cargill, we've pretty much seen everybody. And what I mean by that is like, which ones do we really need to see have a secondary title? I'm not saying we don't need it. I would like for us to have one, but I feel like if you really want to watch WWE women's wrestling, you should just watch NXT. Because main roster women, they're only focused, in my opinion, they're only focused on Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and let's see, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax.
It's like a core. It's like a core 5. They only focus on. It's like a core 5. They
Yeah,
only give a
exactly.
shit about.
And you can't do
Becky,
that.
Bianca, Rhea. Becky, Bianca, Rhea. Becky,
Bailey,
Bianca, Rhea. Charlotte when she's healthy.
Bailey.
And then you can add Io Sky to that list. The rest of the women they don't give a shit about. Like they're not pushing those 5 with it. And Liv Morgan, but like the rest of the women they don't give a shit about. So.
Okay, but to be fair though, real talk, and we're just gonna be real. Do you guys think that WWE Women's Wrestling could sell on the main roster?
Yes, because they have big enough names on the main roster. Like Rhea Ripley, when she's healthy, is a huge name. Bianca Belair is a big name. People love Bianca Belair. Becky Lynch has her own book out right now. So honestly, Esco, yes, I think they can. It's just can the booking be executed? I
It could,
think it can.
it could absolutely draw. It could absolutely draw. Bianca Belair is one of the, it could absolutely draw. Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are two of the biggest names in the entire company, not just the women's division in the entire company. And they come out, they get very good reactions. They sell very good merch. Becky Lynch is a proven ratings draw. Like when she went down to NXT did like the highest viewership they've done. NXT did like the highest viewership they've done in a while. Like when she came by for like that little month run she had down there. So like, yes, it can. So like, yes, we've seen it. It can draw. Also,
I'm not saying it can't. I just want to get y'all opinion.
also Becky Lynch got so over. They had to add her to the WrestleMania main event because she was not supposed to be in that main event. They had to physically add. They had to add her to the main event. That's how over she got. So yes, yes. If you have 2 characters that are compelling enough, it can absolutely draw. Yes.
And plus, Rhea and Bianca were on the cover of the WWE 2K24 video game.
There you
Now,
go.
I know this may be a bit of a stretch, but this is just me. But I know it's not possible. This is what I do in my universe mode, actually. I actually divide the 2 shows up, and I have one show for the men and one show for the women. I would like for the women, honestly, to have its own show, so that way it showcases their talent and their strength and ability, so that way there can be more equal TV time.
Right.
I think that'll be very helpful, but this is just me. I am really surprised, especially with pro wrestling. There's really, outside of AEW and New Japan, and I guess Ring of Honor, we don't really have a television championship. I want to see a WWE women's or a WWE men's television title. That way, if you guys can't find nothing for your main champions, or if you're trying to drag out a storyline, and I think this is just me, get rid of the Intercontinental United States title and just replace it with television titles. I mean, like, they've already had enough legacy as is. IC's had a great legacy. Like, the United States Championship's had a good legacy. But I think if you're going to rebrand the WWE, and if you're trying to go for a new way to, like, showcase stuff like on Netflix and everything else, make either like a TV championship, a Netflix championship, something. Like, I mean, have something that's like, okay, this is what I'm going to tune into and stuff like that. That's just me, though.
They got the Speed Championship on X. That's what they have today.
That's right.
They got the Speed Championship on now X.
Could you imagine them replacing the Intercontinental Championship with the Netflix Championship and have a huge fucking Netflix logo in the middle of the championship? I just think that shit would look so corny.
Oh.
Okay, as if we don't have the WWE title logo with a big ass reverse McDonald's logo for the freaking front plate.
Hey.
Speaking of a Netflix title, one thing I am shocked we have not seen WWE bring back yet, and I don't understand how they haven't brought it back yet, considering that the shows air on Peacock and is all social media based anyway. Why have we not gotten the Cyber Sunday back yet? Why have we not gotten the Cyber Sunday or Taboo Tuesday back yet?
Dude, I just realized that would have been so.
We get a Cyber Sunday back in WWE. It's on Peacock. I know part of the reason why they stopped doing it was because the shows weren't performing well, because nobody's going to buy for a pay-per-view when you don't know what the matches are. But that's not an issue now. Because
Put it
you
on
don't have
X or
to, that's
Instagram.
not an issue now. Just tell people to turn on Peacock. So,
I mean, hey, technically there is a show on Sundays in WWE on the A&E channel. It's
What
actually not bad.
are you talking about Rivals or the
It's
biography?
Rivals and then like a superstar showcase. So I don't watch them
Rivals is
live.
good with Gabriel Iglesias. Like
Yes,
that stuff's pretty cool.
it was good. Like I saw like the only time I watched the individual like documentary series was the time they did a documentary on Roman Reigns for 2 hours. It was awesome. That was awesome.
You need to watch the Steve Austin and the Mick Foley one. In honor of Lewis, shout out to Lewis. Don't watch the Bret Hart one. Only because he hates Bret Hart. But no, while we're on the subject of Netflix, then we're going to segue to the main theme before we got off topic. WWE is actually planning on doing a reality show on Netflix that is scheduled that's going to be going inside the depths of what it's like to be a WWE superstar. At this point, you should just bring back Total Divas if we're going to go with that mindset. That's what they're going to be doing. But I don't think, this is just me, I don't think pro wrestling and reality TV work. That's why you have pro wrestling. That is your reality TV. So why have a reality TV show?
hey, to be fair, Bianca and Montez is a very good show. To be fair, Bianca and Montez is a very good show. Montez Ford, his facial reactions to some shit is absolutely priceless. Montez Ford is comedy. He's absolutely great.
I
like
get
Bianca
that.
Belair would say some shit to him, but Montez Ford would just have a look on his face like.
If it's a couple, that makes sense. I mean, I like Bianca and Montez. I like Ms. and Mrs. Like, but I'm talking about. I know. I guess this is just me. I still believe in kayfabe. Like, how are you going to showcase what's going to go on behind the scenes when you want everything to be sacred?
I agree with that. Here's what it could work though. Like there's a for all the sports fans out there. There's an NFL documentary during every uh preseason and in the middle of the regular season. It's called Hard Knocks, where they go in depth on the team during practice, during like they did a Hard Knocks documentary every week from like November to the end of the season for my favorite team, the Miami Dolphins. So if they did something like that in WWE, where they went in depth and they're like, hey, we're gonna document you know, you training for a match or something like that, or whatever. I totally understand the kayfabe part there because obviously you don't want to like go like, hey, let's document a creative meeting where we go over the results of the match. Like I don't think you want to put
That's
that
what we got.
there.
That's what we got Becky's book for. You want to go into that? You want to go into that by Becky's book? Becky in that book is just breaking all kinds of kayfabe. I was like, she was reading it to me because I paid the audio book version of it. I ever read it to me. She was reading the book too. And I was like, damn, Becky. I was like, are we not protecting kayfabe, bro? Like you just casually in your book talking about how you and Alexa was sitting there planning the match together. Like I do this. Like, come on, bro. Like I know respect, but damn.
That's just me. That's just me, though. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's this double-edged sort of like, well, we know wrestling isn't real, and the characters are made up, so it's fine. But then you're like, okay, if we know the characters aren't real and stuff like that, I don't know. I think this is a matter of preference. I don't think the reality show would work unless you're bringing back Tough Enough and I hear Triple H say big fucking deal, then I'm set. But unless I see Triple H saying big fucking deal to somebody, I don't think it's gonna work.
Bring back Tough Enough. Please bring back Tough Enough.
I would love Tough Enough to come back, but I
Bring
need
back Tough
that
Enough.
I need that intro that goes, "Are you tough enough?"
You remember, bro? You remember Taz on Tough Enough with Daryl? I think he was called Daryl, fat piece of shit or something like that.
Yeah.
He said, "You fat piece of shit." Taz had Daryl chase after the car, and Taz is in the car the entire time. He's going, "Come on, Daryl, you fat piece of shit. Come on."
Oh, I remember Billy Gunn on Toughen Up, and someone did something wrong where they didn't like when they got up from like bump on the mat, they didn't step forward or they didn't step backward or something like that. he absolutely chewed this guy up for literally 2 minutes, calling him names and saying how you don't get the technique down and stuff like that. Like you haven't learned in like 4 weeks or whatever. So
Oh, oh,
it
by the
was,
way, if you are going on Tough Enough, make sure you don't win it. Have your friends call in to vote you out like a few spots before. You got a better, because statistically speaking, you got a better shot at succeeding in WWE if you just compete on Tough Enough rather than winning it. Where the hell are the winners at? John Morrison ain't win Tough Enough. John Morrison got a long career out of it. Mandy Rose ain't win Tough Enough. She got a long, nice career out of it. Velveteen Dream ain't win Tough Enough. Velveteen Dream was going places before he got revealed to be a weirdo. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you were going on Tough Enough,
Hey,
make
the
sure you get
boogeyman.
eliminated.
The boogeyman. He was on Tough Enough.
Boogeyman. Miz ain't winning Tough Enough. Look at the career Miz. Miz a Hall of Famer. Look at the career he don't have right now.
yeah.
Look at the people who won Tough Enough. Sarah Lee. And God rest her soul. May she rest in peace. But Sarah Lee, ZZ. Come on up.
David's doing good. He has a YouTube channel. He's doing indie wrestling.
David's great. I love David.
No, I guess we can't have Tough Enough because we have NXT.
Yeah, because NXT is jumping to the next level, I guess. So,
And shout out to my boy Javon Evans, Malachi Jefferson from Greensboro, North Carolina, as Javon Evans, my boy, killing it down there. You make us all proud. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, you know this thing down there.
he had a match with Ilya Dragunov before after Stand and Deliver, and that was a fantastic match.
He's great. Kid's only 19 years old. Like, making me question my life already. So, WWE is actually going to be going over to the land of the rising sun. For the first time in 5 years, WWE is heading to Japan, where they will be doing a 3-day show event as they prepare. I think, hopefully, if Julia gets healed and stuff with her injury, this could actually help her promote stuff more, and maybe Shinsuke Nakamura can finally get a decent-looking enough push and a better story.
That's what I'm hoping, man. I saw it earlier today, and like, man, maybe Shinsuke Nakamura is going to get a big spotlight on the tour.
I know. Remember, Shinsuke Nakamura was part of Triple H's last match, technically. I want you to think about it like this. Triple H, like, his last TV match was with Randy Orton. But my boy's last match was... it was Triple H and Nakamura versus Samoa Joe and Bobby Roode. If that ain't the most ultimate 2000s to 2010s indie/New Japan TNA stuff, then that's the best way to go out. I just really hope that... I want WWE to go international. I did not realize how special it was to the fans. And they definitely do represent when it comes to the World Wrestling Entertainment aspect. I think it's going to be pretty good. What do you guys think is going to come for the tour?
Go ahead, Cam.
Better not get NXT Japan, I'll tell you that much. Seriously, this is cool. I'm liking WWE. I'm liking WWE going overseas. I don't think any of these shows will be aired. I don't think these will be house shows. Unless, hey, Matt Kinky, if you're listening to this, buddy, fly your ass over to Japan and get that footage up there on the YouTube channel. If you hear me, Matt Kinky, fly your ass over there. But if you hear me, Matt Kinky, fly your ass over there. But it's just a fun thing they're doing for Japan, which is great. Nakamura is going to be losing to Cody Rhodes a lot on that show, but it's going to be losing a lot to Cody Rhodes 3 straight times. But Nakamura, I'm sure they'll go over some for him. But this is cool. This is a very cool thing. So, yeah, I'm glad Japan is actually getting it's cool to see Japan getting a WWE show. And may I suggest Beast in the East, too? That's what I want.
I love Beast in the East. Even I'm just saying, freaking I didn't like the main event. I know everyone's all like, wasn't the main event Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens? No, it was like John Cena in a random tag match.
That was a hot shit.
I thought it was Kofi Kingston versus Brock Lesnar.
That was the second match. But side note, Beast in the East.
Brock went to Japan, worked the second match on the show, said, I'm getting the hell up out of here. That is a worker.
No, Brock Lesnar beat up 3 black men on the 4th of July in a foreign country. I mean, how American patriotic can you get from that? Aside from Cody, Raheem Rhodes, and then racism.
Oh, man.
Have y'all seen that video, by the way, where it has them like going through history and they put him like in like black and white vignettes with Martin Luther King and Booker T.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it on Twitter a bunch of times.
Cameron, how does that make you feel that brother Cody Rhodes is caring for you?
Moving on, man. Go ahead, move on.
Yeah.
Move on.
He invited to the cookout. I'll tell you one thing that is crazy. WWE only wants fans to be part of the show at press conferences so they can avoid the hard-hitting questions. So, this is coming from a new podcast show by the name of The Wrestling Matt. Former WWE personality Matt Camp said that the company is looking for exactly that. And it said in this quote, forgive me, because this is going to be a long baby to read. So this is from tgrwrestling.net. It says from Matt's podcast, it's a press conference about something that is scripted. We're going to ask questions for the most part. For the media that was there, because you're talking about how do you feel about this, there's a gray area of kayfabe and what's real and what's story. And you were getting some real emotions out of people like Sami Zayn, Paul Heyman, keeping it on the very level. Paul has always been good at finding that gray area and bringing that reality to a scripted program. That's how it started. I remember the media that was in there. Just to give you an idea of what I think we see the media members get criticized. After I was done, one of the media members came up to me and asked me for a picture. Happy to do so, but I don't think you're giving off the right message to WWE, or maybe you are, because that's exactly what they want. They want fans in there. They want people that want to be part of the show and that don't want to mess with their part of the show. The press conference is part of the show. Does Triple H come out at the end and talk about setting all these records? Yeah, sure. That's the real part. But they want this just to be an addition. We wrap things up. We let people speak a little bit. For the most part, they want softballs, right? That's why there's been criticism with most of these questions. He then went on to talk about how Triple H wasn't prepared enough to answer the hard-hitting questions. So it says right here, and this will be the end of the rambling. Thank you guys for listening. You have to present yourself in a certain way. If you're going to come in there talking about your nickname or trying to be buddy-buddy or making jokes, that's not what the media does. If you want to just be part of the show, be part of the show, because that's what WWE wants when they get those questions at those shows. They want you to be part of it. They don't want you to push. I think they could do a better job at prepping Triple H on these so he's not like, well, I didn't read the lawsuit or this guy's not credible. He ripped Fightful and Mike Johnson for not being credible. Then everybody's getting cheese from Fairfield and Greenwich, Connecticut. If he spreads better, this stuff doesn't happen. So I'm gonna take it over to Cameron because Cameron, you've done journalism before, and you have family that work in sports and does stuff with media as well. So I want to ask you, because you have experience in this as well, what do you think, coming from this statement, do you think WWE should keep the press conferences, not do it? What do you think should happen? How would you handle this situation?
They need to make up their mind. They need to make up their mind with these press conferences. Do you want it to be a kayfabe press conference with the people in character, or do you not want it to be a kayfabe press conference with the people in character? If you want it to be a kayfabe press conference with the people in character, you need to tell that to the superstars, or you need to tell that to the wrestlers. If not, and you need to tell that to the wrestlers. And if you want a kayfabe press conference, I do not see with as many talent NXT has that we do not see. And with as many talent that NXT have that we do not see who aren't ready yet, while you can't disguise them up, as press people or whatever, and if you want people to throw you softball questions, instruct to the NXT call-ups, instruct to the NXT people everything who we don't see. Hey, look, so the plan is we're gonna fly you in for the show. We're gonna make you look like we're gonna fly you into the show. You're gonna be a plant, right? You're gonna be a plant in the crowd for this press. You're gonna be plants in the crowd for this press conference, and these are the questions you're gonna ask. If that's what you want it to be, WWE, then just do that. If you want a legitimate press, because if you have a legitimate press conference, right, and you're trying to do the mix of the kayfabe with the realism shit, unless your name is Paul Heyman, because with Paul Heyman you never know. And unless it's Paul Heyman, because with Paul Heyman you never know.
He's
That
fucking
shit
good as
does
hell.
Yeah, that shit does not work. So if you don't want it to be, a legitimate press conference where you're getting hard questions thrown at you, then take some of the people in NXT, dress them up as reporters, and dress them up as reporters and go, you work for this site, you work for this site, you work for this site, and you ask questions. If not, and you want legitimate news reporters there, then stop being afraid of the hardball questions you're going to get asked. Because you're going to get asked these questions. If I was a news reporter, I'd sit there and ask you too. So, what do you think about the Janelle Grant lawsuit? So what do you think about the Vince McMahon lawsuit? What does the company stand with this? So, what's going on right here? Becky Lynch's contract expires, and Becky Lynch's contract expires in like 2 weeks. Are there any negotiations going on there? Is she gonna sign a new deal? Is she gonna be a free agent? Did Tony Khan call her? Did Tony Khan call her up? Do you know you're losing to AEW? Like, what the hell is happening? But like, if you wanted a real press conference, do a real press conference. If you want a fake press conference with softball questions, then you just need to design the press conference on your own and put planks in the crowd to ask you soft-hitting questions. I'm tired of this. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. Either you want a legitimate press conference where you don't get hard-hitting questions, or you don't. Make up your mind.
I agree.
Beautiful. What do you think, Joseph?
I agree. This goes for WWE and this goes for AEW as well. I just think press conferences should be dropped. I think it's so stupid that they do press conferences. Nothing good comes out of it, I think. Really. It's just
I had Phil
controversy.
eating blueberry muffins. Damn it, I enjoyed it.
Well, I mean,
I knew where the bakery was at in Chicago. I'm just kidding.
I mean, that was entertaining, but nothing good comes out of it. Whether it's stuff that happens that either Tony Khan and Triple H say, or what a wrestler says, or Triple H wasn't prepared to talk about the Vince McMahon lawsuit. Triple H was um, spinning circles around being asked about Drew Gulak and the Ronda Rousey incident. Nothing good comes out of it. I think press conferences should be dropped totally. What I think they should do, WWE, they should follow the UFC route where the night before, and they've done it the past like 2 pay-per-views in a row. They did it for WrestleMania and they did it for Backlash in France, where they should do a sort of pre-night press conference like they did at WrestleMania, because when I was at WrestleMania and I went to SmackDown, they had a kickoff event right outside the Wells Fargo Center, and all the wrestlers were in character, legitimately cutting promos before the night before, like say WrestleMania, for example. So I think they should take the UFC route. The UFC has weigh-ins the night before a fight, and the fighters talk a little bit of smack. I think WWE should stick to that. I actually find those entertaining, and I think that they should completely drop the press conference. Like if Triple H wants to come out there the night before the event, and like say they do a press event in Saudi Arabia this weekend, and he wants to go out there and he wants to hype the crowd up, and he wants to, he wants to put over the wrestlers that are going to be wrestling this weekend in front of the Saudi Arabia crowd. Fantastic. Fantastic. I would be totally okay with that.
I think, and that's I love that analogy, Joseph. That's wonderful. Cameron, I really love your insight as well. Both of you guys are very, very smart and talented when it comes to this, if nobody tells you. So I don't think this is just me. I don't think they should talk about business at the press conferences. And what I mean by that is, yes, I get it. You want to talk about the ticket sales and the attendance rates. That's good. But I would save that for your quarterly, yearly meetings. Save that for your Q1, 2, 3s, and 4s. That way you can be like, look, this is where our profits go and this is where everything else is going. That would be a way to, if you want to go the corporate route, you can do that. Or if you want, because WWE has an actual corporate website, make a sign up sheet or like sign up for like a newsletter that will give you an email or an email to your business or to the wrestling news source that you want to do of, okay, this is what's going on. Like, this is, okay, new business. This is what we're doing. We're selling this many tickets right here. This is our plan for this and everything. Any questions? That's when you can do it. Do like private questions. And that way you can take the private questions, you can record it or anything like that. Then you can have your journalist publish that. Because if you try to have business within the show, it's not going to connect very well. So I agree with what Joseph was saying about how I say just have them in character. Or I think what they should do is, I think the night before, they should go to like a venue. So let's say, for an example, they're going to go to Charlotte, North Carolina Stadium. So host the press conference either in Bojangles Coliseum or host it at the Spectrum Center. You'll have everybody come up, do it like in a New Japan style, where you'll have every wrestler at a table. They'll be next to each other promoting their matches, or have the faces on one side, the heels on the other, like how they do for UFC, and just pretty much have them talk. But like I said, have it in character. I don't think they should discuss business. And I like to call BS on the Triple H stuff about how he's not ready. I think he's ready, but I think because he has an image to maintain, I think he's trying to avoid the stuff with Vince, but it's kind of hard to avoid the stuff with Vince when Vince created the WWE, and that is your father-in-law, unfortunately. As much as that's my favorite wrestler and I'm the ultimate Triple H merchant, I'll defend the Reign of Terror no matter what. He's also a smart guy.
I also kind of feel like Triple H is kind of in the moment in these press conferences too. I want to give you an example of what I mean about that. I'm going to go back to January in the Royal Rumble, where he was asked about the Vince McMahon lawsuit, and he was talking about, look, we just had a great pay-per-view in front of 45,000 people in Tampa, Florida. We just saw Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble match, punch his ticket to WrestleMania. Overall, this has been a great week for WWE. And I feel like in that moment, he was in the moment because of, hey, we just saw a really good pay-per-view, and we put on a great show in front of 45,000, where he sounded a little bit delusional by saying that this was a great week for WWE, because clearly when everything went down with Vince, that was not a great week. That was anything but a great week for WWE, and I felt like Triple H was kind of a little bit of delusional in that case.
But Cameron has a point too. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword, but I say have the reporters and journalists be part of corporate meetings, not at the press conferences. Have the press conferences be for in character, because the press conferences are supposed to hype you guys up. That's the point of the show.
Exactly. The wrestlers should be in character. Do the press conference the night before the pay-per-view to hype up the match. Like put Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul at a table and let's hype up their main event,
I don't think we should have a post-press conference, though. The post-show, in my opinion, should be reserved for, like, Kathy Kelly and Caleb Braxton to interview wrestlers. So that way you can advertise stuff for the bump.
Right. I agree.
So, like, I think what they should do is, like, outside of Gorilla, like, once they leave Gorilla, have, like, a little background. And then that's when you have, like, depending on what brand they are, be like, Kathy Kelly here, be like, Cody Rhodes, you just got done defending your title in the main event right now. How do you feel? And he's all sweaty, and then that could give the wrestlers a chance to be like, okay, cut their promo.
Right.
I mean, I think that would work. That's just me. So, moving on to Monday Night Raw, we have just witnessed Sonya Deville's return. Sonya Deville was off WWE television for a total of 298 days. She had an ACL injury, and it was reported that she was not going to come back till the midsummer. On top of that, too, we here on Chopping It Up want to wish her congratulations on getting married. We hope that her and her partner have a wonderful relationship. That is amazing. So, but it says right here, this right here is coming from Sports Keto Wrestling. If you guys have any sources, feel free to share them. It says right here, before her injury, Deville had won her first championship in WWE along with Chelsea Green, where she defeated Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to win the women's tag team titles. Unfortunately, she suffered an ACL, was replaced by Piper Niven as champion. And on this week's episode of Raw, she was involved in a backstage segment with Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler ahead of the Fatal 4-Way match to determine the #1 contendership. So, it says that Fightful Selectors also reported that the returning star was not hidden, and multiple sources said that they weren't expecting her to return till midsummer, and she has actually had a chance to come back. Now, here's what we think. How do you think they're going to go about Sonya Deville's storyline as we head into the Women's Tag Team Championship?
First off, I'm happy she's back. I'm very happy Sonya Deville is back. Sonya Deville's been one of my favorites in the women's division for a while. She's somebody
Underrated athlete, too, by the way.
Yeah, she's somebody who I've wanted to get a substantial push in WWE, but she's just never gotten it. Or she's just never gotten it. I think Sonya Deville was great, so I'm very happy that Sonya Deville is back. I was really enjoying the Sonya Deville Chelsea Green combo before they got broken. Before they got unfortunately broken up because Sonya Deville went down with injury. Chelsea Green was fantastic. Chelsea Green was great. But I'm not sure where they're going with Sonya Deville. I could see some sort of faction with Sonya, Shayna, and Zoe. I could see that. But I'm just happy Sonya Deville is back, man. I'm very happy she's back.
I am too. The fact that she came back quickly as she did from that torn ACL is very impressive. A normal ACL injury. When did you say she tore ACL last summer?
Yeah, 298 days ago, however long that was.
That's impressive that she was able to come back as quickly as that. So for that aspect alone, I'm happy to see her back. However, we talked about this earlier because WWE has 5 cornerstone wrestlers in the women's division, which is Bayley, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and I guess you could throw Charlotte Flair in there when she's healthy. I guess you could start throwing Jade Cargill in there. Sonya Deville is a background player, and I don't know. I can't get excited about it. I had a hard time getting excited about it, especially when she has a segment with Shayna and Zoe Stark. There's no offense to Shayna and Zoe Stark; they're both fine in their own right, but I don't know. I just feel like if your name's not Bayley, if your name's not Becky, if your name's not Rhea, if your name's not Charlotte, then there's not really a lot of attention paid to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I think about all this. And if like her and Chelsea, like how many times have we said that the women's tag titles haven't meant anything since 2019?
The women's tag team titles, I'm going to say it. The last time, in my opinion, the women's tag team titles meant something was when it was brought onto the Iconics.
Yeah, that was 2019, right?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, senior in high school, heading into college, my freshman year. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And I mean, and even so, with the even when the Iconics had it, they were supposed to go into a thing with the Bellas, never did that. They were supposed to go into a thing with they were even supposed to do a segment, and they were supposed to defeat Michelle McCool and a returning Tori Wilson. Never did that.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're just never. It's just never just gonna go through. Like I said, I'm happy for Sonya Deville. I really hope she gets enough credit and stuff like that. I would love to see her, honestly, I'd love to see her go down to NXT, and I'm gonna say it, I won't be opposed if she becomes a contender and wins the NXT North American Women's Championship. That gives her a chance to be out of the shadow of a tag team wrestling. But Sonya Deville is a good athlete, very underrated. Like, I mean, I enjoyed her work when she was. I have been a fan of Sonya Deville when she was part of Absolution. That's right.
Yeah, I
When she was
remember
part of
that.
Absolution. I remember
Yeah.
Absolution.
That was
Karen, you remember Absolution?
I remember absolutely.
that was damn. That was 6 years ago or something like that.
Yes.
Dude, those were those were the dark days of Monday Night Raw, 2018. Those were the dark days.
Dark Days, I think, were the celebrity shows.
Those were pretty bad too, but the shows in 2019 and 2020 were terrible.
Woo!
I hate talking about it because it's way more enjoyable now than it was 5 years ago.
It was good. I mean, that's what Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole, Aleister Black and Richard O'Shea were the Dusty Classic tag team champions.
Oh, I'm not talking about NXT. I'm talking about main roster.
I'm just saying, on some positivity, WWE was good.
Yeah. But now in WWE, there's more good than there is bad. But yeah, I would not be. I would not. I mean, I would be a fan if Sonya went down to NXT for a little bit. She's a good challenger for Sol Ruka, who I think is going to win that North American Championship.
That'll be a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it's going to be very interesting. So moving on to the major meat and potatoes, we are going now to talk about our King and Queen of the Ring predictions. King and Queen of the Ring will take place May 25th in the Jeddah Superdome in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And we have, as of right now, before NXT comes on, we have 5 matches announced. Lyra Valkyria won the Monday Night Raw bracket for the Queen of the Ring, and we had Gunther, Lewis's Lord and Savior, winning the Raw bracket for King of the Ring. So before we get into the predictions, I want to ask you guys, how do you guys feel about Monday Night Raw's finalists representing Monday Night Raw for the King of the Ring, Gunther and Lyra Valkyria? Joseph, I want to start with you in regards to Lyra.
So I was not able to watch Raw last night because I was out with family. So I got home and I scrolled through Twitter through 5 minutes, and I saw that Lyra Valkyria defeated Io Sky. And by the way, I haven't seen the match yet. I'm gonna go out of my way and watch it when we get off of here. And I was shocked. Talk about a shocking upset. That felt like an upset that Lyra Valkyria defeated the former women's champion, who was the women's champion last month in Io Sky. So, that's a huge deal. And that's a huge deal for Lyra because she just got up to the main roster and they pretty much now have told you, hey, they told you last night, Triple H told you last night with this match that, hey, Lyra Valkyria is going to be a player in the women's division. She's going to be a big player on Monday Night Raw, and I like it, man. I do. I saw her in person in Philadelphia, and I thought she was really good. So, this is a big deal for her. And at this point, she defeated Io. You might as well give her the Queen of the Ring. I think you got to go all in with her now.
Really?
I do. We got this far. We might as well execute it.
I think she's losing to Nia.
Oh, no.
You think Nia's going to go over on Bianca?
Yeah.
You really think Nia Jax is going to win the Queen of the Ring tournament? And then what's going to happen next?
Well, one Samoan has to win something, Joseph.
Hasn't Roman Reigns won stuff for 5 years?
But we need a Samoan.
They're going to get Nia. Nia's going to win. The way I see it going down, I think Bianca's injured knee, the kayfabe knee she has, is going to give her an out. For when she loses to Bianca, they're going to say, when she loses to Bianca, that's going to be her out. Oh, Bianca only lost because she has an injured knee, blah, 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 blah. So, like the way I see it going down is I can see Bianca attempting to get Nia Jax up for, like, the KOD, but, like, her knee buckles or something, and, like, Nia then hits her with the Annihilator. Whatever the fuck she's calling that bonsai drop to get the win. And so I think it's Nia and Lyra at Queen in the finals of Saudi, and I think Nia's winning Queen of the Ring there. Because at some point, I know they're good and Nia Jax up as the monster of the division, but she's been losing a lot. So I think but she's been losing a lot with them. So I think that's them giving Nia something. So they end up with Queen Nia and Queen Gunther.
Well, I see your point on that, but I have a feeling they're going to give Bianca Belair the Super Cena victory.
Oh my god. I like how we all pick different women to win the Queen of the Ring.
I'm not against either of y'all's ideas, but I think what's going to happen is that Jade is going to cost Nia the win, I think this is what they'll do. They're going to have it to where Jade's just going to help out Bianca because she's injured. And Jade's like, I'm going to help you win this. We're a team. We're going to do this. And then this is going to begin the tension because the women's tag team titles is only made for a singles rivalry between the tag teams. So you can have Jade be like, here, I'm just helping you. Bianca's like, I don't need your help. I never needed your help when you got here. You're just a bootleg version of me. And then that's when we have the rivalry begin.
So you think Bianca's going to win the tournament?
With the help of Jade.
Okay. Can we talk about how shitty that match on SmackDown was? I'm talking about Nia and Jade.
You mean the 2-minute 37-second DQ finish?
That match was so terrible. That match was so terrible, and that match made Jade Cargill like a dork. I'm sorry. She looked like a dork coming out of that match.
Dude, the Northern in you was so funny. Like, I'm not making funny, but the Northern you goes. I felt like you were just in a bar. You just said that.
I have a very easy fix for you guys booking Queen of the Ring tournament matches, but not wanting people to lose, or booking matches when you don't want people to lose in general. I have an easy fix for this. Stop putting them in matches you don't want them to lose. So we end up with a DQ shit. Stop it. Jay Cargill didn't even need to be in this tournament. We couldn't get this tournament to Blair Davenport
Blair Davenport should have been in the King of the Ring.
Yeah, like we couldn't get this tournament. We couldn't put Blair Davenport in the tournament, or was Piper Niven in the tournament? She beat Jade, right?
Yeah, Piper Niven lost to Jade.
Yeah.
Was Chelsea Green in the tournament? I don't remember.
No. These were the members of the tournament. We had Shayna Baszler, Maxine Dupree, Io Sky, Natalya, Dakota Kai, Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Nile, Zoe Stark, Naomi, Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, Piper Niven, Michin, Tiffany Stratton, Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae. Do remember
Chelsea Green in this tournament. You're going to put Chelsea Green in there. You're going to put Indy Hartwell in there.
Zelina Vega and Asuka were supposed to be in it, but they weren't medically cleared to compete.
Who?
Zelina Vega was scheduled along with Asuka to compete in the tournament, but they were not medically cleared to compete.
Yeah, I know that part. But like, you could have added. You could have put Chelsea. You could have put Chelsea Green in here. You could have put Blair Davenport in here. Like, did we have to get Jay Cargill in here? Do we have to? Do we need a tournament with Jay Cargill in it where she's not
you don't need champions in this tournament, in my opinion.
You could have had something with Chelsea Green. And, I mean, I'm not the biggest Chelsea Green fan because they kind of do the same comedic spot with her.
You said it wrong, Joseph.
Chelsea Green.
There you go.
There we go. You could have done something funny with her and Piper because they're a tag team. And, You could have had her, somehow surprisingly beat Piper Niven, and then the following week go in there and absolutely get squashed by Nia Jax. You could have done something like that, but I mean,
What the hell is Tegan Knox? You could have put Tegan Knox in this damn tournament. What the hell is she?
Tegan Knox is still employed?
Yes! Randomly, you could have put her in the tournament. What the hell is she?
I don't know, man. That match on Friday was so stupid.
I quickly pulled up the SmackDown women's roster. They need some women. They need some women badly.
Charlotte Flair is injured, Cameron. We're trying.
Outside of Bailey, Bianca, Jade, and Tiffany, and Nia, it is bad. It is bad outside of those four. SmackDown, they need some women. They badly need some women.
I'm gonna say it though. I got my predictions all wrong. I honestly wanted Naomi to win the entire not the King of the Ring, the entire Queen of the Ring tournament. I think she should have won it because she should have got a consolation prize for freaking taking the pin at freaking
Backlash?
Yeah, Backlash.
Yeah. I mean, the conversation we were having earlier about a mid-card title in the women's division, I feel like a mid-card title would be perfect for Naomi right now.
Absolutely. A women's television championship would be stupendous, as quote Pat McAfee would say.
Yeah. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, you go all in with Lyra Valkyria and you give her Queen of the Ring.
That would be great. I like Cam's idea. I like all of our ideas. As long as it's done correctly.
I got Nia for the win. That's what I got.
Cameron going to be using his politic pants to be like, hey, you got to give a Samoan a win. Samoan got to win. Just saying. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this, and I'm pretty sure everybody will agree with me. Gunther winning the Raw bracket for King of the Ring was an excellent choice, and it should have happened.
Exactly. Yes, he should have. Bruh. Wrestling fans are stupid, okay? They're stupid in this sense here. By the way, I'm telling you right now, if you follow WWE or AEW on Instagram, do not look at the comment section. I make this mistake all the damn time. Do not look at that damn comment section.
I'm going to fucking look at it right now.
Me too. I'm barely on Instagram too.
Bruh, for WWE or AEW, do not look at that comment section. There's a bruh, the comments under. I'm not hold on.
All right, so right now I'm looking at the Gunther advances to the finals reel that they pinned, and I'm just going to be going off a few. Golden State Warriors fan 224. What is Gunther's finisher at this point? Like, bro.
Gunther got a finisher, bro. Gunther got a finisher. His finisher is getting a 1, 2, 3. That's his finisher. That's his finisher. His finisher is getting a 1, 2, 3. But now look at this. Sean Shaver's 8. Y'all have the worst booking decision ever. The whole world wants to see Jay win something for once, and y'all just do nothing. Y'all just don't do nothing with him. Sean Shavers, I don't know if you watched the show or not, but Jay Uso is the number one babyface on Raw, okay? Jay Uso losing here, he will be perfectly fine, okay? Oh, here's another one.
He's a 14-year-old. Chill out.
Here's another one. I'm over Gunther and this whole nobody can beat him gimmick. We get it. He's a German guy that can slap people in the chest. When is Jay going to turn to win something major? He's too over right now to keep him on moving on the big stage. This ain't I told you, bro. These some stupid people. These people are stupid. Okay, here's one.
Oh, well.vbjj. Bro, what? So Sami Zayn beats Gunther, but Jay doesn't?
Bro, I think I found the most egregious order here. Why does everyone keep saying Gunther does good? Gunther's so good. He's really not. His best move is a chop. I'm done. I ain't really shut up this. Don't look at the comment section. But WWE's Instagram. They got some of the dumbest people ever.
I'm looking at this is related to the Queen of the Ring. So I'm looking at the comment section under an interview that was done that Lyra Valkyria had after she beat Io Sky. I'm gonna read about 5 of them. Io deserves better in capital letters. Book Io better. She is your best women performer in the company, and you book her to lose to a rookie. Do better. Um, that's crazy. She actually won over Io. Um, here's interesting.
What are we on Twitter or Instagram?
No, we're on Instagram. Here, and
Instagram might be worse than Twitter. Instagram wrestling.
this is
Don't watch
comments
people.
under the post where Lyra Valkyria had a post-match interview last night. I'll read this one, and then this is the last one I'll read. People say Tiffany loses because she's new to the roster. Now, what do you call this?
I'm telling you, people on Instagram. I'm telling you, these people are stupid. These people are stupid. Wrestling fans are they're some of the dumbest people on the planet. They really are.
Oh my God.
Look,
These comments are hilarious.
I'm just saying, I am down for chopping it up if we react to Monday Night Raw main event like comments and stuff like that.
I could
No.
not. I would be able to do it. I would not be able to do it. These people are stupid.
We could do.
The comments under the AEW post, under AEW's post, might be worse too. They might be worse than the WWE post. But it's just better.
Bro, we should come on. We should do an episode in the future where we're like doing a chopping it up episode. We're all reviewing Raw or whatever, and then we just after we're done reviewing, we just go to the comments and we read people's stupid comments about the show or whatever. That would be so entertaining.
I do that shit all the time to read it. So I'm Moses no. I'm quick to tell. After we do a show, Moses no. I'm quick to tell somebody who leaves a dumbass comment underneath one of the podcast episodes. I'm quick to put. I'm quick to say. You are an idiot or you are stupid. I'm quick to say. I'm in the Discord. We got a Discord for it. I tell all I do in the Discord is pop in and tell people they're stupid when I see a dumbass tape. When I see something stupid, you are stupid. People are stupid.
Unbelievable. So more people are mad that Gunther won than they were happy.
Get over it, people. Get over it. Get over it.
Okay.
They'll get over it. They'll be fine. They will be fine. Gunther is king of the ring. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
Why would you give it to Jay?
I did not want Jey Uso and Tama Tonga in Saudi Arabia in the fight. I didn't want it. So thank
Why
God.
would you give it to Jey Uso anyway?
Huh?
Why would Jey Uso win it anyway?
Because I'll say this, and I told Cam last week, before Jay and Jimmy get back together as a tag team, I think Jey Uso should have a major accomplishment as a singles wrestler.
He don't need it. He's not ready, in my opinion.
I pitched Timmy and Gunther for the IC title. I said just have Jey Uso do it, but that was me. I said, hey, have Jey Uso be going to beat Gunther's ring for the IC title. Hey, that was me.
This is me. Jey Uso is an underdog. Jey Uso could lose and still be relevant. Like, Jey Uso could literally shit his pants. He could shit his pants in the ring and still have a yeet entrance. He could take a shit and he could be like, yo, I just shit my pants. Yeet! And then everyone just starts saying yeet. So, I mean, he's okay.
Oh, speaking of yeet, I am so tired of the yeet shit. I am so tired of the yeet shit. I'm so tired of him coming out and going yeet, 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 yeet. Like, I don't mind him coming out and doing yeet, 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 yeet. But, like, bro, why is that all you say, bro? All you do is come out there and say yeet, bro. Can we get a little bit more substance in your character, bro? Instead of going yeet, yeet, yeet. Stop doing that god-awful speech. Please stop doing that god-awful. That spirit is god-awful. Stop doing it.
Cam, how do you really feel?
That spirit is god-awful.
All right, so what's worse, Jey Uso's yeet or LA Knight's yeah?
Jey Uso's yeet. But yeah, LA Knight, yeah, it's a catchphrase. I don't mind it. You know, he comes in, he goes, LA Knight, yeah. And also, you know, LA Knight, he goes, whatever everybody's saying. Or he goes, and that is just the fact of like, yeah. You know, like he has like more substance to it. A Jay Uso promo was coming out and him going, yeet, 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 yeet. I'm not, yeet, out your ass. Yeet.
No, the best thing
yeet.
ever was when he did the scary movie thing where he was just, tell mommy I said, hi. When he said that one, that was the funniest one. Jay Uso can come back from it.
Yeah, he
Besides, and besides, everyone's acting like you gotta plant the seeds for when you do the War Games match. God, like, see, I'm proud of Joseph. Joseph has finally practiced patience. If only people could be like Joseph and be patient and just.
Speaking of the bloodline, WWE, if you hear me, okay, because I said this last night in the group chat, I'm saying here again. WWE, if you hear me, please.
They're hearing us, they're
When
watching.
this bloodline story ends, I don't want to see another Samoan from that big ass family work for WWE ever again. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing this family on my TV. I'm tired of Roman. I'm tired of Jay. I'm tired of Tommy Tonga. I'm tired of Nia Jax. I'm tired of The Rock. I'm tired of Tom Lella, Solo Sikoa, Rikishi. I'm tired of Zilla Fatu. Leave his ass at home. He don't need to be in this bloodline shit. Leave his ass at home. Whatever the hell he is, leave him at home. Bring in Jay Fatu and leave him be. Leave the rest of them Samoan people on the island. Leave them at home. Sick of this damn family, bro. Sick of this damn family.
You've got the bloodline for 2 more years.
I'm so sick and tired of this damn family, bro.
You know what? I'm surprised they've never done their own wrestling promotion. I think they have, but Bloodline Wrestling Federation. Tribal Chief is the world title.
The Tribal Chief Championship.
Yes. TC Square.
Which, by the way, the Bloodline's not on the pay-per-view this week, and I'm sad.
Thank God. Leave them off the show.
Bloodline.
No, we don't need them. Leave them off the show. I don't want to see this family on there. You bring Nia Jax, that's it. So Nia Jax, that's it. I don't want to see the rest of this damn thing. I'm tired of seeing this damn thing. Tired of it. Tired of seeing this damn family. We don't see this family in this company since the 70s. Really since the 60s with Wild Smoke. Tired of this damn family, bro.
It's
kids be on.
Cody
Tired of this damn family.
It's Cody Rhodes' entrance that wrestling has more than one royal family, and it's right because the other royal family is the Bloodline.
Golly.
Oh man, that was fun.
I'm just saying.
That was funny.
You know what this reminds me of? Like, you remember how like back in the 90s when everybody was joining the NWO? At this point, if you're Samoan, you're just in the Bloodline. So Dakota Kai needs to join the Bloodline then.
Hey, shout out to Shane. Shane calls the bloodline black and white. Like the bloodline, he calls it like the bloodline black and white, or like the bloodline 2000. So shout out to him.
How Bloodline?
Really quickly, I saw a tweet from a WWE fan account saying, "Give me one word to describe this new Bloodline led by Solo Sikoa." And one of the comments that I saw was the bland line. And it was absolutely hilarious.
No, the funniest one I saw, someone had a picture of Solo Sikoa and it said the weekday, and then it had a picture of the weekend for this After Hours album and it said the weekend. So, but I like the suit he wears. It's just, give me NXT Solo. I'm tired of seeing Solo this like.
That's what I want. I want NXT Solo. NXT Solo. Street Fighter Solo Sikoa. That Solo had personality, bro. That Solo Sikoa had a personality, bro. He wanted, bro, that Solo Sikoa, he wasn't doing no dumbass shit with his thumb. He wanted to heal. He was a babyface doing his thing, bro. And he was a babyface doing his thing, bro. They were trying, bro. I remember one of the first interviews I saw from Solo Sikoa. That made me go, this dude gonna be something. Backstage interview Solo Sikoa was doing on NXT 2.0. They addressed him as, I think they addressed him as the younger brother of the Usos. Solo shut that shit down immediately. Solo's like, look here. Solo's like, look here, man. He's like, look here, man. I ain't trying to beat. Look here, man. My brother's doing their own stuff, bro. I'm trying to do my stuff, bro. I ain't trying to be with that, bro. Don't call me that no more. And like from that point on, it was something like that. I saw that. I was like, I rock with that dude right there. I rock with Solo. Because Solo had a personality. He came out, he was the street champ. He came out, he was the street champion. Solo Sikoa's whole gimmick was, bro, if you want this work, let's go get this work, bro. The street champion, bro. Solo Sikoa was that dude in the NXT. He was that dude. That's the Solo I want right there. Instead of this quiet speaking bullshit Solo. No, I want the street champion Solo. That's what I want. Get that back. Get Shawn Michaels Solo Sikoa. Let Shawn Michaels write all the Solo Sikoa shit, please.
If possible, this is what I would like. I want Solo to be not fully rebranded, but have his own version of a Umaga gimmick. I want him to have like the Samoan face paint and stuff like that. And since he has,
that's what they were doing now.
Yeah.
That's damn time, man. Being silent.
but you know how remember when you had Armando Alejandro Estrada freaking hype up Umaga? I think you should have had Paul Heyman, when he's not scared, freaking be like, I think, or you know what, book him like Taz. Freaking Taz is, you know how Taz was like, I'm from Brooklyn, choke you out. Freaking have Solo fucking speak and go, I'm gonna spike you out. But you know what? I'm gonna say it though. This is just me. I think you should get rid of this spike as a finisher. That's just me.
That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen.
I think he should have the Samoan driver be his finisher.
I had no problem with him doing the spinning solo finish he was doing at NXT.
I'm giving you the spinning solo. That shit was hype as hell. You know how effective he made that? And he just it's crazy.
So wait, before we get back to
discuss, who do y'all think's gonna win, Randy Orton or Tama Tonga?
Randy Orton. Before we move on, and obviously Gunther's going to win King of the Ring, but before we move on to the rest of the card here, do y'all both feel like we're getting too much Bloodline?
Yes. Tired of that damn thing.
I'm just not used to it because I don't know. I'm just used to seeing the Bloodline on every pay-per-view, and it's like you kind of miss them a little bit.
I don't.
Quality over quantity, Joseph.
Like, what? Where's Kevin Owens? Where's Kevin Owens, and why is he not fighting Solo at the pay-per-view?
Kevin Owens is going to return on Friday. He's going to beat the hell out of Tama Tonga.
Kevin Owens also doesn't go to on behalf of Sami Zayn. I know they allow Sami Zayn in now, but back then Kevin Owens wouldn't go to Sami Zayn because of Kevin Owens wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia because of Sami Zayn's beliefs. And when they banned Sami from going in there, Kevin chose not to go on his best friend's behalf. That's some cool shit, by the way. That's some cool shit. That's a good friend.
Yeah.
Same friend that would powerbomb you to a ring apron. But you know what? That's a cool friend.
Yeah, dope friend. But Sami goes now, so Kevin could take the trip.
I don't know. Saudi shows are interesting. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Well, no Bloodline on Saturday as of now. Maybe Tama beats Randy Orton, though. I doubt it.
No. No. This is what's going to happen. Jey Uso's going to cost Tama Tonga the win. Bloodline interference. Randy Orton hits the RKO and boom.
Actually, we will see the Bloodline in Saudi because isn't SmackDown being in Saudi Arabia on Friday? There we go.
Now, question, are they going to record it?
No, it's live. I think they're gonna do what they did with Backlash, which is take SmackDown that night and from that location like they did with Backlash. So
Okay, I got you. All right, so moving on. So we all have different King Queen of the Ring winners, and we are all predicting. I assume we're all predicting Gunther to reign supreme.
Yep.
I'll tell you one thing though. I hope if they, I don't want the King gimmick, but if they do the King gimmick, they need to give Ludwig Kaiser an Emperor gimmick, because Kaiser is Dutch for Emperor. I hope they do something like that. But you know what though? I'm happy with how they're doing. Now, triple threat match: Bronson Reed, Perk, Kurt, Chad Gable, Angle versus El Generico, Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. Who do we see winning?
Okay, so before I get my prediction, this is probably the match I'm looking forward to the most at the pay-per-view on Saturday. I'm really excited about this. I've loved what they have with the Intercontinental Championship coming out of WrestleMania, and I was convinced um, that Chad Gable was going to win this championship at Saudi. I thought this was going to be his match, but after what I saw last night, and he wrestled Sami Zayn, which by the way, it was kind of hilarious. While heel dipshit Gable was the referee for one point in the match and kicked out Maxine and Tozawa like a ref would, and Otis stayed. Last night, Otis costed Sami Zayn the match against Gable, and Gable said, "I got your flight to Saudi Arabia. I will see you at the airport." So here's what I think is going to happen. Bronson Reed is not going to win the Intercontinental Championship. I don't think he's going to win the match at all.
He's taking the pin.
Yeah, he's there to take the pin. Chad Gable is going to fly Otis all the way to Saudi Arabia for this match just for Otis to cost him the Intercontinental Championship. And Sami Zayn will win this triple threat match. That's what I think is going to happen now. I'm going with Sami.
Sammy, I think, will win the match. I don't think that we're I just don't think Otis will say anything yet. All I can say is that this is going to be something to look into. I look forward to it. However, I won't be surprised if this is a match of the night.
I think it will be. Honestly, I think it's going to be.
I think it's a good contender. Cameron, what do you think, my boy?
I think Sami Zayn is going to retain. I think not Braun Breaker. I think Bronson Reed is going to eat the fall. I think Bronson Reed is going to eat the pin in this match here, and that is going to set up Sami Zayn and Chad Gable for Clash at the Castle with Sami winning. So, well, not Sami, but with Chad Gable winning. But I have Sami Zayn winning this match here.
Okay. Next, we got. Oh, Cameron's gonna love talking about this one. We got Liv Morgan going up against Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. All right. So Liv Morgan, apparently she's reportedly now single, apparently, and I've been seeing these things on Twitter where everybody's trying to shoot her shot with her and everything. So Joseph, you're in New Jersey. You can hit her up now that I think about it. All right, Cam, I want you to discuss your thoughts on this match because I know you have a lot to say to the Liv Morgan fans.
Let's hear this.
I think Becky's retaining here, and I think this is where we get the full-blown heel turn. I think Becky's retaining over Liv because I think Becky Lynch is going to sign in the contract. I don't think that woman is not going anywhere. So I think Becky Lynch is going to retain, and that is where we get heel Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan is going to snap. Liv Morgan is going to snap. She's going to beat the absolute shit out of Becky Lynch, similar to how Chad Gable did Sami Zayn. And then they're going to run this back, Clash of Castle Money in the Bank, and that is where Liv Morgan is going to get her moment. I got Becky.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. I'm taking Becky to retain, and I think Liv Morgan just snaps after the match, and she goes full blown heel, and maybe at the next pay per view, she beats Becky. But I just think she snaps after this match. I don't think she's winning. Not yet.
Becky Lynch will win via disqualification.
Oh, I hate DQ
That's what they're
finishes.
gonna do. Liv's gonna do something that's gonna cost her, and Becky will win by DQ, and then that's when Liv will lose her shit.
See,
I hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong.
I honestly haven't really enjoyed the build to this match. It's felt very blah, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be better after the paper because I don't think it's one and done. I don't think so.
All right. Main event: Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes is retaining. Cody Rhodes is retaining.
Cody Rhodes is retaining.
There you go.
Logan Paul's gonna do a cool spot. Cody Rhodes wins. That's what I think. Anybody? Any seconds?
New champ.
New champ.
New champ.
New champ.
Nah, in all serious though, I'm happy the U.S. Championship is not on the line because I don't think Cody Rhodes needs to be the United States champion. So at least Logan Paul will have that for him after he loses this match. But it'll be a good match. They'll have about 25 minutes to have a good wrestling match. And I think Cody Rhodes retains to send the Saudi Arabia crowd home happy.
All right.
It's a very Triple H a very Triple H-esque pay-per-view. It's short, 5 matches, and the card is very predictable outside of probably the Queen of the Ring. That's Triple H's style of cards.
I'll tell you one thing though. It may be predictable, but the card's gonna be damn good. Like that Backlash opening match, that was hype as hell. So,
yeah.
So I look forward to it. Now, it is time for the King of the Ring trivia. We are going based off King of the Ring pay-per-views.
All right, everybody, here's my phone. Let me go ahead and put it down.
All right, so we are going to get ready for this. So, question 1. Which venue hosted the King of the Ring pay-per-view in 1998, known for Mankind's legendary fall off the Hell in the Cell?
Ooh.
That was Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
That was Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yep.
I don't know the name of the venue. I just know that was Pittsburgh.
You're good, but yes, it was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena.
Okay. I definitely knew that was from... I definitely knew the event was in Pittsburgh.
That's nice. Good. Number 2. Pay attention to this question. How many times has a Canadian wrestler won the King of the Ring tournament?
So a Canadian wrestler.
How many times has a Canadian wrestler won the King of the Ring tournament?
Three.
Okay.
I'm gonna, because I think Bret Hart won it twice, and Edge won it in 2001.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Okay. Cam?
3. Bret, Edge, and Owen. I was trying to think of a sneaky one from like the 2010s, but nobody. So is Edge.
Does it count if I say Bret won it twice? Does that count as 2 or 1?
That counts as 2. Because how many times has a Canadian wrestler won the King of the Ring tournament?
3.
Then 4. Brett won twice.
That's right. It's 4.
Ah.
91, Brett in 93, Owen Hart in 1994, and Edge in 2001.
The King of Hearts.
Side note, that is a great. I love that promo. If y'all ever get a chance, do check out Owen Hart's work from when he won King of the Ring in '94, and that's why I kicked your leg out of your leg.
I kicked your leg out of your leg. I kicked your leg out of your leg.
You know what? If we're gonna go with that logic, if Owen Hart was alive, he would be in the bloodline. I loved when Owen Hart was in the Nation of Domination. I'm just saying. So, number 3. Has a King of the Ring event. Has the pay-per-view ever been hosted on the West Coast of the United States? The King of the Ring pay-per-view.
Yes. Yes. Should I tell you the year too?
Oh, you ain't got to.
I'm going to say yes.
The answer is actually no. They have never been on the West Coast. King of the Ring has only took place in Dayton, Ohio, Baltimore, Maryland, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Providence, Rhode Island, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the lovely Greensboro, North Carolina, Boston, Massachusetts, East Rutherford, New Jersey, Columbus, Ohio, and Moline, Illinois. Never been on the West Coast.
Timeout. They have a King of the Ring pay-per-view in 2006?
No.
Oh, that was not a pay-per-view. Oh, because I'm reading here that May 21st, 2006, a King of the Ring of Booker T won the King of the Ring in 2006, which took place in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, that was a TV tournament.
TV. I'm talking pay-per-views.
Gotcha. Okay. Understandable.
You're good. You're good. All right. How many times has the WWF/WWE/WWE Undisputed Champion main evented the King of the Ring pay-per-view?
Oh, God.
Maybe 3, huh? Maybe 3.
I'm gonna go with 3. I honestly have no idea.
That's fine.
I'm going with 3.
Cameron got his thinking cap on. I like it.
I'm gonna go with 8. I'm going with 8. 93. I'm going with 8. 93, 96, 97, 98. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna assume 99. Although that's probably wrong. I'm gonna assume 99. 2000. That had to be the main event. 2000. Because the 2000, the way they did, because 2000, the main event, that was a 6-man tag. It was Rock, and it was Rock and somebody against Triple H, Shane, and I think it was like whoever gets the pinfall as the WWE champion, some bullshit like that. 2001, that had to be Steve Austin and somebody. I forgot it was the main event because I know they just didn't put Edge in the main event that year. And then 2002 was Triple H and The Undertaker in a god awful match. So
That was god awful. The answer is actually 6.
Oh, okay.
You had Shawn Michaels versus British Bulldog for the WWF Championship at King of the Ring 96.
I said 96. But what about 93?
1993 main event was Bret Hart versus Bam Bam Bigelow.
Ah, damn! Ah, damn! I thought they made a minute with Hogan and Yoko. Shit! Okay, I thought they made a minute with Hogan and Yoko. Okay.
1997, Undertaker versus Farouk for the WWF Championship.
I figured that was the main event that year because Triple H wasn't the main event guy yet. God, God. I'm taking fucking Farouk. My God.
1998, the First Blood Hell in a Cell match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kane.
Yep.
Now, you said 1999, Cameron. 1999 was the 2-on-1 handicap ladder match between Steve Austin and
That's what I was thinking. I said I'm throwing 99 here, but I'm not sure. Okay.
Now, you were right. King of the Ring 2000 was Triple H, Shane McMahon, and Vince McMahon versus The Rock, Kane, and Undertaker, where if Triple H, Shane, or Vince was pinned or submitted, Triple H would lose the WWF Championship to whoever scored the fall.
Dumbass stipulation.
That's
how didn't Rock win the championship that night?
Yes.
That's how Rock won the WWE title.
2001 was Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit in a triple threat match for the WWF Championship.
Figured that 2001.
And then 2002 is the god-awful Undertaker and Triple H match from King of the Ring 02.
That match is god-awful. That is a very bad match between the Undertaker and Triple H.
I'm interested in this. I'm gonna go on Peacock and watch that match now.
It is very bad.
You know what? I'll tell you what. If you want to, bro, if y'all want, we can freaking watch this show after we record and discuss how awful that match is if y'all want to.
Hey, bro. I got one better for y'all. I don't know if this is a trivia. I'm going to wait till I get the trivia because I don't know if this is a trivia question or not. But I got one better. I got one better for y'all. Y'all want to react to some really bad wrestling. But I don't know if this is trivia.
This is the last trivia question. Who has never been in a King of the Ring tournament? This is a multiple choice one. Don Morocco, Randy Orton, Adrian Neville, or The Rock?
Oh. I'm gonna go with The Rock.
It's Don Morocco because Ken Shamrock beat The Rock in the finals of King of the Ring in '98, so it's not that one. Who are the other options again?
We have Don Morocco, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton was in the 2006 King of the Ring tournament because WWE posted that match on the YouTube page. So he was in that one against Kurt Angle. Neville made it to the finals of the 2015 King of the Ring because he lost to Wade Barrett on that show. So it's Don Morocco by default.
Believe it or not, the answer is actually none.
Wow.
Because Don Morocco won the King of the Ring untelevised in 1985.
I knew he won the untelevised version of King of the Ring. I knew he won one of those. It was like, which one of those? So I said Don Morocco.
Now, I'll tell you this, though. One thing that was very interesting about Randy Orton is that Randy Orton actually qualified. Well, he participated in a qualifying match for King of the Ring in 2002, but he lost. So, Karen, what's your trivia before we wrap things up?
No, okay, I don't. Okay, all right, here we go. Here's my trivia. Joseph, you might know this, you might not. Let's go. This one is for Joseph only because I know you know this.
Oh, Joseph only? Okay.
Which King of the Ring pay-per-view holds the title for which King of the Ring pay-per-view holds the title for one of, if not the first WWE pay-per-view of all time? And who and give me 2 Hall of Famers that were actually in that tournament that would have been a better decision to win that tournament than who actually won.
You gotta say that question again because you were chopping up a little bit.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
All right, the question is, which King of the Ring pay-per-view is known for being one of the worst, is known for being maybe the worst WWE pay-per-view of all time? Who won that year? And who were 2 Hall of Famers in the tournament that would have made for much better winners?
Oh God. Oh boy.
I'm not answering. But does this? Are you talking about the Love Machine?
Is that what I'm talking about?
Oh my God.
Okay, was this recent in the last 10 years or past it?
Past it. And won't none of us will won't none of us alive for this. We still in the nutsack. Won't none of us will alive for this.
I wasn't even a thought back then.
You're gonna have to tell me. I have no idea.
Okay. Let's go. So which one it is?
Unfortunately, we are talking about the infamous King of the Ring 1995 match, which is also the same pay-per-view where we had Bret Hart and Jerry Lawler in the Kiss My Foot match.
Oh.
A terrible match. Absolutely terrible match.
1995 or 2005?
1995.
Okay.
Fun fact, people, fun fact. The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels were in this tournament, but did not win the tournament. Joseph, who won this tournament?
In what year?
1995.
Mabel.
Yep, it's King. It is King of the Ring 1995 is truly, that might be the worst WWE pay-per-view of all time. A show so bad that back in 1995, the Philadelphia fans were chanting ECW. They hijacked that show from the very beginning. They were chanting ECW. Mabel's getting inaugurated. They are just throwing trash at him. They are just throwing trash at him and in the ring, which pissed Mabel off. This is amazing.
Okay, did you want Mabel or Savio Vega?
I want. Hey, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels were in this tournament. So.
Just remember, the main event of King of the Ring 95 is Bam Bam Bigelow and Diesel versus Psycho Sid and Tatanka with Ted DiBiase. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
But look here. Shawn Michaels was in that tournament. Shawn Michaels was in that tournament. Razor Ramon was in that tournament. The Undertaker was in that tournament. Mabel beat Undertaker in the damn tournament. What the heck?
Yokozuna was in the tournament.
Huh?
Yokozuna was in the tournament.
All of them would have been a much better choice than King Mabel, which then led to the worst SummerSlam of all time. And the worst SummerSlam main event of all time. Diesel versus Mabel, 1995. It is so bad. Joseph, if you have not seen, first off, if you have not seen King of the Ring 1995, if you want to see, I don't say watch it just to see how bad the show is, because it is a terrible show. And in SummerSlam 1995, if you have not seen Diesel, and first off, the entire show is god awful. The only good thing about the show, Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon.
That was a great match.
Yeah, but if you want to see how bad of a main event Diesel and King Mabel had, Vince McMahon was so willing and ready. He wanted King Mabel to be one of his next top heels. The match with Diesel was so bad. Not only did Vince McMahon want to fight Mabel on the spot, Mabel, I don't think ever got a serious push over here. Vince McMahon saw that and was like, God damn, you suck, pal. I think this shit was very that.
Oh my God. I'm definitely gonna have to go back and check that out. But right now, I got
watch the
right,
Triple H and Taker match
Oh,
first, then go to 95.
I'm on an ad right now, but in the middle of recording, I got King of the Ring 2002 cooked up on my iPhone right now. It's an ad. It's very blurry, but I want to add on Peacock, but I fast forward all the way to Triple H and The Undertaker from King of the Ring 2002.
It is a very bad match. It is a very bad match. You are going to be shocked at how two legendary people in The Undertaker and Triple H have such a bad match on the show. It is a terrible match. It is a really bad match.
Wait, isn't that also the botched pedigree where Taker's like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I think so. Undertaker did not have a pretty good 2002. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, see, I got it. It's very blurry, but there's Undertaker, bandana on. Triple H is making his entrance. There we go.
It's 23 minutes exact. Good luck. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is our Chopping It Up week episode 5. We have covered King of the Ring. We have covered many great things. Make sure you guys tune in and check us all out. You can follow me on Twitter X at Escobar2K1. Follow me on Instagram at Escobar Morales2K1. Cameron, where can we find you, my boy?
Follow me on Twitter at Cam71101. Check out the rated M. Follow me on Twitter at Cam71101. Check out the Rated M check out the Rated M podcast every Thursday on YouTube. And if you want to see and if you want to just torture yourself with some really bad wrestling, watch King of the Ring 1995 and watch The Undertaker Triple H from King of the Ring 2002. Those are some. If you want to really torture yourself, make sure you watch those.
Joseph, the man that started it all.
I just want to say before I promote my socials that I believe tonight we had, through 5 episodes, we had our best moment on Chopping It Up with the rant about the bloodline. That shit was so hilarious that I'm actually thinking about clipping it and making it an individual video.
Do it.
On the Big Fight.
Tired of that damn film. Tired of them people.
Do it. I'm all for it.
That was so awesome. It just makes me want to see the bloodline more, Cam. It just makes me want to see that more. But follow me on Twitter at Conlon_Joseph. We have 2 big pay-per-views coming up this week, King of the Ring and Double or Nothing. I will be back tomorrow night to review Dynamite, the go-home show before Double or Nothing. And then Thursday night, we'll be dropping the Double or Nothing preview and predictions video. And also subscribe to the Rated M podcast. Pretty sure you guys over there are going to be doing a watch along for the King and Queen of the Ring this weekend. So if you guys are watching the King and Queen of the Ring this weekend and you don't want to listen to Michael Cole for 3 hours, then you can head on over to the Rated M podcast while you're watching the pay-per-view.
You can see Cameron get slumped on some Biscuitville and me munch on some pizza.
Can't do that. Also, check out the Clash of the Castle live stream we did. Also, check out
that was a good one too.
Check out the Clash of the Castle. Check out the Clash of the Castle live stream we did also.
And check out our Backlash one we did as well.
The dog is just upset that the episode's ending. That's all.
It'd be like that.
Yeah. So, thank you all for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed all the content that we gave you tonight. I enjoyed everything we talked about. And next week, we will be back for another episode 6 of Chopping It Up, where I'm pretty sure we'll be talking more news, and we'll be talking about what happened at the King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. So y'all have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy and love wrestling. We're out. Peace.
Peace.